Welcome back to County Connection. I'm Robert Henning, director at the Rockpile Museum. And with me again this month is Heather Rodriguez. Welcome, Heather.
Hello, thank you.
So what do we have going on at the museum in March?
So we have so much going on at the museum. I think sometimes people are not really sure what we're doing because we're fast and furious behind the scenes. So let's talk about exhibits first.
Yeah, so the next exhibit that we'll open to the public is These Noble Brutes.
Right.
And it's all about the American bison. And it is historic prints, traveling from the Lee Silliman collection.
Correct.
But then we're going to add some artwork and some sculptures. We have
large surprise.
Yes, we have King Loco, who is our
Yep.
shoulder mount bison. He was harvested here in Campbell County in the 30s. Supposedly one of the last wild bison that had escaped from one of the herds roamed over this way and was they were given permission to shoot him.
Okay.
He's at the museum. You've probably seen him if you've been there. And a few other things, but then a new acquisition. Why don't you tell us about this?
So, and we know the stories, the oral history on this, but this is actually a full bison mount. His name is Old Commodore. And we're very excited about him. The story goes that he was actually harvested in 1912 in Yellowstone by a senator who then later became the vice president and the first indigenous vice president. And so what a great history. We are definitely researching, and because he was mounted in 1912, he looks a little different. It's actually really interesting just to see the changes in taxidermy.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
we plan to tell some of that story in the exhibit also, because I don't know, I didn't think about the fact that before there was foam, how did taxidermists do their work? And so that's a very interesting, you have some great pictures.
Yeah, I mean, it's a wooden form, that's to start with. And then they use, what is the material? It's not burlap. It is kind of like the stuff that you get in certain boxes, like a wine bottle would be packed in.
Okay.
It's like that
Almost
grassy
like
type.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He wrapped the whole thing in that before they put on the hide.
Well,
So
and the picture that you showed me, it was like, I mean, we think of wood. I don't know what I think of when you say that, but I didn't realize it was lath. Like he actually built the entire structure with lath. And
Yes.
so fascinating. We'll be able to see how Old Commodore was taxidermied, but presumably that's how.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited. That's a full.
He's a big guy.
He is a big guy.
Yeah.
107 inches long.
yeah,
So we're in the process of building cases and making sure that he has the space he needs and these noble brutes. And I love it. I think it's going to be a really, really good exhibit. And we also have events that will be coming with that too. And so, we never do anything simply at the museum. We try to do layers so people
Yeah.
can experience it in a lot of different ways.
yeah. So one of the first events we have is an archaeology event
Correct.
related to bison. We have maybe some food and a dining
Yes.
experience related to
Correct.
it. We have, my hope is some folks from American Prairie Project
Right.
who are trying to explore and study bison running on large swaths of prairie and what that does to the ecosystem. So yeah, a lot of opportunities there.
Yeah. I mean, delving in a lot. I think we all take that, we all know the Durham Ranch and we kind of feel like we know, but going back, because what's the oldest engraving that's in Lee's collection?
It's from the 17th century, so it's 16 something.
And what I love about that is that people come in, and I actually think because of the day and time we live in, people automatically assume that's a photocopy. They don't understand that is a piece of paper artistically done from a wood engraving from the 1600s.
Yeah.
So that's I love that history.
It's pretty cool.
It is.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
And we don't think of the bison, the American bison, as out on the east coast of America.
Correct.
But they were.
Right.
Maybe not all the way to the coast, but close. And so there's a lot of history there too. Being out in the mountains, in the Appalachians and the Smoky Mountains. And when Daniel Boone and his crew came through the gap into Kentucky, what did they find? Bison. And so it has a long history in our nation.
does.
And we thought, what better way to celebrate America 250 than
Correct.
to honor
celebrate.
our national mammal, the American bison.
Yeah. Yeah, so no, I love that. And then another big exhibit that we're working on is the Wyoming Cowboy Hall of Fame. A lot of people still don't realize that we have become the host location. So maybe you can start us off talking about the Wyoming Cowboy Hall of Fame.
Yeah, so we've been speaking to them now for years about partnering on an exhibit or a display or hosting events, seeing how that works. Finally, we came to an agreement where we gave them about a third of our main room to create a new exhibit. And so it's being fabricated now. They're going to bring it in on a truck and install it. And it's going to feature different eras of cowboys in Wyoming. It's going to feature a section on the life cycle, the yearly cycle of the work of a cowboy. We're using our objects in the exhibit.
Yes.
Because they don't have their own collection.
Right.
So saddles, our chuck wagon,
our
clothing,
mannequins, yep.
Yeah,
we just
our clothing and some borrowed clothing, branding irons. So it's going to be a good partnership. We're bringing kind of the objects and some of the history, and they're bringing a lot of their storytelling about their inductees. So you'll be able to learn about all the inductees of the Wyoming Cowboy Hall of Fame. And these are working cowboys. Their organization celebrates working cowboys, not rodeo cowboys.
Rhinestone cowboys.
Yeah.
Right.
So that one that's farther to the south. Maybe we'll be in Wyoming. We don't know. But if you want to celebrate the rodeo cowboys, you can.
Yes.
But come to the Rockpile Museum to celebrate the working cowboys of Wyoming.
And that it's the whole state. But we will also honor specifically our Campbell County cowboys. Because that's a great part of our history. And even talking about the clothing, we had a great opportunity to meet with Tom and Connie Lindmeyer. They wrote the book on I See By Your Outfit, which what a fantastic way to learn history is just by what people wore. And so we have on display now a beautiful pair of chaps that were from the LA Ranch. And when we pulled them out of the storage, you can't help but smell it. I mean, you can smell the history on these chaps. And so I'm like, you know what? I love that because of this new exhibit, we have a way to highlight some of our collection that we haven't for a while. And it honors very much the hardworking grit and determination of Northeastern Wyoming. So yeah, it's very exciting.
It's going to be great.
And a big shindig.
Yeah, set to open April 25th. There's going to be a big celebration. We don't have details necessarily on all of that yet, because it's kind of their celebration. We're just the host.
So then I get to ask you, how do people find out about that celebration?
Yeah, well, probably next month we'll be back and talk about more detail. But yeah, our website, Facebook, Instagram, call us, stop by. Stopping by is great.
Yeah.
Join the Museum Association.
Right, which that's a great segue into some of the events that we have coming. So our big event in March will be the World War II program, which is an absolutely fabulous program. It's always been kind of closed to sixth graders because the sixth graders in Campbell County come.
Closed to the public.
Correct.
Only for sixth graders.
Correct.
Yes.
That's a good way to rephrase that. But this year, for the second time, we're going to have an open house. And so on March 24th, people can come and they'll be able to walk through and experience some of the stations that have been set up for the kids. But what people don't realize, and I encounter this all the time, everyone just assumes that we're just talking about World War II. They don't really get, until they see it, they don't understand that we are focused on the World War II veterans from Campbell County.
Yeah.
And last year, with it being the first open house, I think people were so shocked. We had people in tears. Because this is their family.
Yeah.
And we're honoring their family, not just talking about World War II history.
Yeah.
So, and then after the open house, then the Museum Association is having their dinner. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, so the Rockpile Museum Association is having a Homefront Victory Dinner. It is a fundraising event for the museum and programs like World War II Day. And it is 6 p.m. It's a ticketed event. Tickets, I believe, are $100 each, or a table is $1,000. So you can contact the Museum Association or call us. Tickets are for sale on their website as well.
And they can come by the museum and purchase them.
Yes.
But the whole idea is to transport us back to the 1940s.
Yeah.
While we honor our local veterans there too.
Yeah, and if you buy a table, you can buy that table in honor of a World War II veteran, and we'll do some special things to make sure that veteran is honored and celebrated at the event. There'll be great live music. There's a 40s era band from Denver coming up.
Yeah.
Bianca and the Flyboys.
Oh,
I remembered it.
perfect.
Pretty sure that's their name.
Yeah.
Bianca and the Flyboys. So we're excited about that.
Yeah.
Live music, original music.
And this is an original event. This isn't
Yeah.
brand new. And so we are absolutely asking for the community to support this effort and to support the education that's behind it.
Yeah, and you'll get to see all the artifacts as well and tour the education spaces if you come to the dinner. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Love it. Love it. And then coming up next on our events is the Sheep Herders Festival. So I'm always extremely excited about that. It's a great way to come in. We are going to have the farmers market with us that day.
Yep.
The dates are May 8th. We'll have the Sheep Herders Dinner. So that'll have live music and great food, and people can come in and meet the folks that bring their sheep wagons because they bring them that day.
Mm-hmm.
And then Saturday morning from 9 to 3, we will have the Sheep Herders Festival. And we have all kinds of things. We'll have the Basque dancers, hopefully. We'll have the Basque, we love the Lakanka sausage.
Yeah,
It's so
it's
good.
good sausage.
Yeah. And then getting to tour the sheep wagons, and we have, it's in the works right now, but hopefully we actually have Terry Geisinger from Thermop coming. She's the granddaughter of the Sheep Queen. And so she will actually be talking about her grandmother's history, and it ties in so perfectly that I'm really excited about that too. And
Yeah.
But we'll have sheep shearing, kids activities, the Homestead Shack will be out. That really is and has taken on a beautiful, sweet life of its own
Yeah.
as this Sheep Herders Festival. So I'm
Is that a
excited.
ticketed event?
It's not.
Oh.
Well, the dinner is. The
The
dinner
dinner
will
is,
be
okay.
ticketed, but the next day it's not. People can come.
Yeah.
It's free and open to the public, and it's a great way for kids to learn. It's people love and are fascinated by our original RVs that were, created in Wyoming. There's some
yeah.
debate as to where they were created in Wyoming, but yeah, no, I love. It's a great event. So,
Yeah.
Sheep
Good.
Herders Festival. Yep.
All right. What other
All right.
events are coming up?
So mostly now, because we're going to keep that as a little teaser for the coming months, we have a lot. There's a lot on the calendar. There is a lot. We are striving to create more and more events to draw people in so that they feel like this is their museum and that they're learning their history. But we have two things coming up that I'm pretty jazzed about, and that is we're going to go in June. We're going to charter buses and go to the 150th reenactment of the Battle of Little Bighorn. This is a full reenactment. I've had people tell me, gosh, I've been to the Little Bighorn, and it's like, okay, but this is a full reenactment.
Yeah.
So
Special year.
it is, and that it lines up with the 250, and this is the 150th. I think that'll be a fun trip. We try to do special things, so the trip is not just a standard get on the bus. We'll probably do some scavenger hunts or trivia, and we'll have lunches and try and take good care of people while they experience history. And then most excited is that the museum is actually taking a group to Scotland.
Really?
We're going, I know, everyone's a little surprised,
Yeah,
but
I am
I am
surprised.
in love with it. So we are leaving for Scotland on October 8th. I've had people ask me, is it just for museum members? It is not. It is open to the public. We'd love it if
Although
you were
you should be a member. Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
We would love it if you wanted to, but that's not the prerequisite. And so, yeah, I think it'll be a
Good.
great group of people. And we're hoping if we get enough people, it'll be a private Wyoming. We do have some people from outside or Gillette that may be coming, but private Wyoming tour.
How do they find out more about that trip or any of the programs?
So the best way, probably the very, very best way, is to go to our Facebook page. That's where we're most active. That's where the most followers and subscribers are. Instagram is also there. And then come by the museum and ask to speak to one of us. Or email us at rockpile@vcn.com, and we will send you the information if you can't be there. So, yeah,
Great.
lots of good works.
Lots coming up. There's other things we didn't get to.
Well, we have to
but we'll
save some
those
for the next
month.
one. Yeah.
That's right. That's
yeah.
right.
And then do you want to talk
So,
about?
yeah, we brought a few books.
We did.
I don't know much about these children's books. You want to talk about them?
Well,
Home for Steamboat.
yeah. So this, of course, is a book about our beloved steamboat that's on our license plates, and it's wonderful illustrations by Pullen. He is kind of statewide known. And I find a lot of people like to get these for their grandkids who maybe don't live in Gillette anymore.
Yeah.
And so it's a way to keep the Wyoming history, the grit and determination of cowboys and alive. So that's a fun one. And then this is new.
Yeah,
I haven't even had a chance to
my
look
Wild
at
Garden Zoo, and there's a pronghorn
there's a
right
prongy.
there. Yeah. So there's an antelope and the cantaloupe. Although it's not an antelope, it's technically a pronghorn. That's fine. We'll go with it. It's a children's book.
Well, and you opened it up, even though we're talking about the gift shop, we do want to make a plug for the Parade of Pronghorns.
Yeah.
So everybody can be looking for the artist renderings. We have the most beautiful pronghorns that have come to us through adversity since we lost the first batch.
Yeah.
So
There's bison, and they actually called it a bison. So
Okay, you're feeling
the
better.
bison named Bert ate onions with dirt. I'm really not sure he was thinking. There might have been a missing word in that one. Yeah.
And then
So,
what else do we have?
I brought this. We've
Yeah.
talked about Sitting Bull's War, but Paul will be here June 18th.
Yep.
So get your copy now. He'll sign it when he visits.
Yes. And we're talking about possibly doing a member-only event to visit with Paul privately before he starts his presentation. So
Yeah. And we have some bison books. This one's Return of the Bison, about how they almost went extinct, how several groups formed to save them, to protect them. And now they're back pretty strong, although not quite the same maybe. You know, it's really interesting. You start to dig into the genetics of the different, there was bison in different areas of North America that were all a little bit different, and I don't know enough about it, but
adaptations.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it is interesting.
It is, and it's a long history in America, both, good and bad.
Yeah. This is a new one to us. Buffalo King, T.C. Thorstensen, kind of a famous kind of
He is.
man around here.
Yes,
Before
exactly.
I moved to town, which is a long time ago now, he would
You heard
ride
about
this. Yeah, I've heard about him. He would ride this bison at the Camplex, and it was quite a sight.
He
I
is,
understand.
I understand he's quite a character.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we have his books. And he was actually featured on Lonesome Dove. So a lot of people know him from Lonesome Dove, too.
Yeah. And then, yeah, it's
wild. It's
It
a
is
wild story.
It is wild. So you can check that one out. It's newly written by TC. And then one more, Con Trumbull wrote this, Steam, Steel, and Silence. It's the Coal Creek train wreck in Natrona County. And we know Con, he's a great historian, and he works at the Nevada Historic Railway, I believe, right now. And so he gets to drive steam trains for a living. I mean, what a great job, right? But a good historian and another little piece of Wyoming history.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we actually have a great local history, selection at the museum. A lot of times people are surprised, but
yeah,
we're not trying to compete with Barnes and Noble. We're just trying to make sure that there's history books about Wyoming.
yeah. And some of these, I don't know if you can get Con's book on Amazon. I
don't know either.
He wrote it, he published it, so some of these are
Self-published and may
yeah,
not be available.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
Right.
So,
Okay. Well, we're busy.
well, thank you. Yeah,
Busy,
check
busy.
us out.
Thank you.
rockpilemuseum.com or Facebook.
Yep.
Search for Rockpile Museum.
Instagram or rockpile@bcn.com.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.